Good afternoon, everyone. So, today we are going to talk about another relevant topic with HR. In this topic, we are going to discuss about dynamic interactive tables. So, we have a data set here in front of us, which is kind of a recruitment data, okay, wherein we have name of the candidates, when their interview happened, okay, what was the interview status, what was the position that they were approved, the department they were selected for, and what was their starting date with the company. So now we want to create a table where it is going to be easy for us to have all the relevant information at a glance. Now if you want to know the number of rejected candidates or the candidates who approved, how many in IT department, how many in admin department, it is going to be a tedious task if you are going to look out for in this table. So instead of that, we are going to create a separate dynamic table which will give you all the relevant information at a glance. Okay, so we will start with this. So I have this sheet 1 where all this information is given, and then there is a sheet 2 which we will rename as validation. Okay. So here I have all my validation. So what are the different interview statuses? So we have approved, rejected, on hold, offer rejected. Then what are the different departments in the company, and what are the different positions in the company. So these are validation. So if you see interview status, we have approved, offer rejected, on hold, rejected. Position approved, we have assistant manager, clerk, executive manager, senior executive, and some blanks, right? So similarly, now we are going to create a separate table. So let us say we want to have this information at a glance based on the department. Okay, so based on the department, we want to know what was the status of rejected candidates, what was the number of approved candidates. So here we are going to apply the data validation again. So I go to data validation, it is in data tab. Under data tab, you come over here in data tools. There under data validation, you select list. Okay, then you click on this source and you go to this validation. Okay, and there we are looking for department. Okay, so we click here department. Now it has come as equal to department because I have already named this range. If you see, this is a particular range and I have already named this range as department. Okay, if it was not named, then it would have shown as sheet validation from cell C2 to cell C7, but since I have already named this range of C2 to C7 as department, it is showing me as department. So I click OK. Now you see I have data validation here. Now I want to know the interview status, so I will write interview status. Okay. So we have different interview statuses, so I'm going to just control C. Okay, and I'm going to come over here and control V. So for each particular department, what is the status of approved candidate, rejected candidate, on hold candidate, and offer rejected candidate. So I'm going to write count over here. Okay, now let's say I also want to know the positions approved. Okay, so I will write positions approved over here. Alright, positions approved, and I will write count over here. Okay, so these are the counts. So what are the positions approved? So again we go to validation. We have all these positions over here. I do control C, I come to my sheet 1, I type in here control V. So these are the different positions approved. So for a particular department, how many were approved, how many rejected, so different statuses and different positions that were approved for that particular department. So okay, now we are going to make use of the formula called as count if. Okay. Okay, so count if is a very simple formula. Ifs, okay, so there are two formulas, count if and count ifs. Count if is for a single criteria, while count ifs is for more than one criteria. Okay, so the range and criteria are multiple in count ifs. Okay, so first we are going to talk about the criteria range 1. So that is, my first criteria is the department. So where is the department? Department is in my column C. So I'm going to select the column C, and my criteria range, that is my department. So whichever department I select over here, okay, is going to be my criteria 1. Same way I have criteria range 2. What is my criteria range 2? I want to know the interview status for this particular department. So the second criteria is interview status. So where is interview status? In column C. So I selected column C, and what is going to be the criteria 2? Criteria 2 is going to be this particular selection or this particular status. Okay, now in this formula I am going to make this value absolute. Okay, that means even if I go down or if I copy the formula downwards, the value H2 is going to remain constant. I2 will change to I3, I3 will change to I4 as I drag down this formula, but H2 will remain constant. This you can do just by pressing the F4 key on your keyboard. Okay, in some keyboards you will have to press function plus F4 key. So now we will close this formula. Okay, so very simple. Count ifs, I am asking the Excel to count if there are two conditions. I am giving Excel two conditions. If the department, okay, is what department is one from this one, okay, and the interview status is as mentioned in this cell. Okay, so since there is no department selected yet, so let us say we see now we have HR department, and in HR department we have 6 approved. Okay, so I have told Excel that count for me number of candidates with approved interview status, okay, with approved interview status from the department HR. So it has counted approved candidates from HR. So this has been 2 counts that they have done. So they first went into look out how many are in HR department, and then how many of those are approved. So now I'm going to drag this formula, and you see we get the number. If you see, H2 remains constant, okay, I4, I5, but H2 remains constant. This is very important step. Okay, if you do not do this H2, if you do not make it absolute, then what is going to happen is every time you drag this down, it is going to become H3, H4, and since there is no value here, you will get 0 over here. So make sure that your H2 value is absolute. Okay, Same way we are going to do this count if formula for the position approved. So now we go to count ifs. Okay. Criteria range, again it's going to be the department, so that is my department column E. It is going to be my H2, which I'm going to make absolute. Then I have my criteria range also, so first I will make this absolute. Now my criteria range 2. Okay, just a minute. Okay, okay. First we will take the criteria range 2. So here it is position approved, which is in column D. So I go to column D, and my criteria range for this one is, criteria for this range is K2, that is manager. Okay. And now I will make this H2 absolute. Alright, so now I am telling Excel to count the column E for department HR. So of all these candidates who were selected, how many were selected for HR department? And the second one is, from all this which was selected for HR department, how many were selected for the position of manager? So now we click, okay, and I will copy this formula down. All right, so this is a count that we get. Now I will convert this into a table. Very simple, Control T, just one click, Control T, and you have this. My table has headers, yes. Now I get a table design tab again. I remove this filter button, I remove the banded row, and we have a simple table. And now the beauty of this table is that it's a interactive dynamic table. Now I click admin, you see all the values changed again. Okay, I click marketing, okay, again the values change. So at one glance you are able to look into what are the different positions that you have interviewed, okay, and what is their status. Okay. So very easy, very simple way. Okay, you click, you see marketing, okay, any department, you say accounts, okay, on hold 11, executive position, so it keeps on changing. Okay, so this is very easy. And if you are giving reports to your management, if you want to give out numbers, quick easy reference numbers, then this is a very easy method. Okay. Thank you everyone, hope you like this video, and please leave your comments and let me know any other steps or any other topics you want me to create videos for.